Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marcy. Thank you for clicking on that thumbnail. Always showing up, showing your girl some love. You guys, I'm super excited to be here. So we have a little bit of a haul so I can put these fragrances up. So I just got back from London 3 days ago. I was over at the very first niche fair in London representing Memoirs of a Perfume Collector. And you guys know that I love that brand. It's like one of my top three, right along with Ex Nihilo, Kayali, Theresa, and Noten, are some of my top favorite fragrance brands in Amouage. Xerjoff has literally been like pushed a little bit down the line, but I still love the fragrances, but I don't reach for them as much because of all the other things that are coming out. So I have not gotten my nose on that Duran Duran collaboration yet, so I cannot wait to smell that. Please continue to like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notification bells, all that good stuff, y'all. And we'll get started with this haul. Now, some of these fragrances are exclusive to Selfridges, exclusive to Harrods. So I was able to get it via a Londoner, and then I actually like went over there and I got it myself. But I had such an amazing time at the first niche London fragrance fair. Now they already posted that there is going to be a 2026, so be looking out. And I really hope, because there were a lot of brands there. I think there were at least about maybe 50-60 brands, about 50 brands. So I really hope that they make it 2 days next year, because I went over there as a representative, so I didn't get to do a lot of smelling. I know Zoologist, Odeona, what is it, the other house, Organtel, I was really interested in. Odeona has amazing fragrances. Teapot Sonder, I really need to get my nose on. And then I already have one of them. But yeah, we had an amazing time. The Londoners, when they talk about fragrance or get into fragrance, it's on another level. It's nothing like the Americans. And I love their energy. Anyway, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notification bells, all that stuff. And let's get started. So the very first thing that I want to show you guys is that one of my London boos, his name is Octavian. We kind of, every time I go to London, he's always like, oh, or when I come to London, I'm like, oh, Octavian, can you get this, and that for me? You know, if there's something exclusive or special coming out, because I know that I'm coming. And then I'm like, Octavian, let me know if you want something from America, because all the lotions and oils and things that we have over here, they don't have over there. But I mean, even though they may be probably a little more toxic to the body, they still want those things. Or it's just certain chemicals or products are not illegal, but they have to go through, they have to go through all this testing and stuff, and they don't do all that stuff in London. So, or they do, they just don't let it in from America. So the very first thing I got, he got me the advent calendar, and the reason why I got this advent calendar is because there's an Ex Nihilo Brompton Immortals 50 ml. It's not the extrait, but the EDP. So I do have a 100 ml bottle of the EDP, but they don't make the 50 ml bottles. So I may or may not open up this calendar before Christmas, but everybody knows what's in this calendar. I almost forgot. I know there's the Rude Oud fragrance du bois that I really liked. I didn't love it, but I haven't actually worn it. I just tested it. There's a Thamine fragrance. There's a Tiziana Terenzi full bottle. There's about like 5 or 6 full bottles of 30 to 50 mLs, and then there's a ton of 10 ml samples. I think there's a 50 ml in here. So this is what the fragrance calendar looks like. I'm not going to open up any of the boxes though, but this is what it looks like. So you can do like 12 days of Christmas. It's not like mango in here. Yeah. Anyway, so this is a calendar, and maybe we'll do an unboxing Harrods calendar. An unboxing, sorry, somebody was like looking at me. An unboxing of a Harrods calendar. He was kind of cute too, y'all. On another YouTube video. So, the next thing we're going to talk about is I got 2 from Paul Reacts. Okay, so I ended up ordering the Mango Hour and the Viral Vanilla. So I already had a Viral Vanilla, and I gave it to my best friend because she was like so in love with it. It's literally like this vanilla is really good. It's almost like a butterscotchy caramel vanilla. but people compared it to like Bianco Latte plus Accident a la Vanille, like all the vanillas mixed together. Now, I do love Accident a la Vanille more, but this one is probably one of the better vanillas out there and for such an affordable price. So, but you definitely get a little bit of that Bianco Latte, Tejota. It's almost like a rich vanilla extract, and I absolutely love it. So since she wanted it so bad and I gave it to her, I ended up buying me another one. So now, the reason why I bought this other one too as well, because I bought this because he had a new fragrance coming out that I was very interested in. And this one's called Mango Hour. So Mango Hour is literally, it smells like mangoes, creamy vanilla, and pineapple. And let me see what this says on here. I don't even know what's in here. We won't go through the notes, but it literally smells like a dense mango milkshake, a dense mango pineapple milkshake. It is really gorgeous. A mango fragrance that you can layer or wear on its own, but you guys, yeah, it's giving pineapple. If you like that Kajal DNA, just imagine mango with a Lamar, minus the woodiness of it. But it's giving to me that pineapple from Lamar on top of like a creamy mango and some vanilla. This is really good, and I could see myself wearing this alone or layered, and I would love layering it with That Girl Viral Vanilla. Paul did an amazing job on this collaboration, Mango Hour. This is Oakcha, and I remember Niche Spicy Looks giving me a couple Oakcha fragrances, but these are the first two Oakcha fragrances that I purchased with my own coins, okay? So the next one we're going to talk about is, I don't even know if I talked about this, you guys. This is Fugazi's Vanilla Haze Extrait. Now, to me, Vanilla Haze was more of like a creme brulee. It was more of a gourmand. This is a gourmand with spice, maybe some leather, saffron, but it's a slight gourmand leaning, but it's not as gourmand because I'm picking up other perfumey facets to this fragrance as the EDP. Now, the EDP is just straight up gourmand, like creme brulee, caramel, butterscotch, vanilla. This one, I feel like there's some spices added to it. Maybe, like I said, spices, vanilla, and saffron added to that vanilla and caramel. And I really, really like it, but it's definitely a spicier vanilla. This is going to be good for the fall, winter, and you could wear it alone or layer it, but most likely that one I'd probably layer it. I really wish I would have gotten the Vanilla Haze EDP, because those two together would layer amazing. So the next one we're going to talk about is one that is, sorry y'all, exclusive to Sephora, and this one's called Mango Magic. Now, Mango Magic is, it almost smells like mango champagne with some citrus, or mango soda, like a Fanta, but with mango. And it was, yeah, it was very unique. So this is what the bottle looks like. Now, you can find this at Sephora. So let's go ahead and spray this. But it's definitely giving me, yeah, it's almost like it's earthy, a little green, a little like a gravel, not gravel, or like soil a bit. So earthy, not soil, it's earthy green, almost smelling like after the rain. Earthy green, after the rain, fresh, vibrant, fizzy mango, you know? But this is nice. It's completely unisex. The one that I smelled in the store was a little sweeter, so maybe it had been sprayed. This is my first time spraying this bottle. It had been sprayed a couple times, and maybe the vanilla in here just got a little more dense. But yeah, I'm loving this mango. Saffrony, green, a little earthy, very fresh, you know? Yeah, and it's giving like a mango, a fizziness to me as well. Anyway, which one do I love more? I love Mango Magic. Yeah, I'm sorry, Magic Mango. A little bit more than okay, so I love Magic Mango. I like Vanilla Haze Extrait. I love Vanilla Haze, the EDP, more than I love the Extrait, y'all. So, because it's a little more gourmand, and you know that I am a gourmand girly, okay? But yeah, this mango, it's a little pulpy, fleshy, but there's a fizziness to it. So the next one we're going to talk about, I got two from Elyon Dubai. And you guys, these two fragrances, these are by Michella. Now, Michella is a content creator, fragrance enthusiast, lover, turn a brand owner, fragrance brand owner. I think these fragrances are 40% concentration, 40% oil concentration. Now, I've known Michella for some years now, and I think I found her through her mom, actually. Mom of Curly Fragrance. I watched a live that she did with Glenn many years ago, and that's when I found Curly Fragrance. That's what they call her, Curly Fragrance. And her name is Michella. So she moved over to Dubai about 2 years ago, and she has developed, she's a co-owner, I believe, of a perfume house, Ellie, in Dubai. Now, I was completely shocked. I smelled this in Amsterdam, and then I smelled this on somebody, but both fragrances I absolutely love. And going back thinking about the fragrance, I gave this a 10, and this fragrance, I said it was like an 8.5, but after smelling this like on myself, I'm going to give this like a 9.5 or 10 as well, because they're both gorgeous. But the reason why I gave this one a 10, and this one's called Aria, is because it's, you know, I love a good feminine fragrance. It's a good feminine floral, and it smells elegant. It smells like money. It doesn't even smell like paper money. This literally smells like gold bars, like you own souks in Dubai, like you just, like you have money, you guys. So it's rich, it's elegant, they're classy, they're captivating, both of them. But let's go talk about Aria first. And I love the packaging as well. It's a bit gaudy, it's beautiful, extravagant, most people would say. But I actually, the boxes outside are okay, but the actual bottle, I love. It's unique. So let's talk about Aria. So I have my little list here. So in Aria, you have your Mysore Sandalwood, which Mysore Sandalwood is a bit sweeter and creamier than, and not as woody as most of the like Australian sandalwood is a bit lush. And there's a couple other sandalwoods floating out there as well. You have your Tahitian vanilla, iris, saffron, white musk, some spices, jasmine, and ambergris. Now, I don't get a huge ambergris note in this fragrance. So this is how it comes packaged. You can see it's like a gold, sorry, the lighting is like, ooh, y'all. So it's gold here, and it just opens up like so, and then it's gorgeous, absolutely stunning bottle. I don't know if the lights, if you guys could see it. Yeah, the bottle, it is absolutely beautiful. And look at the juice, y'all. And it's Elyon Dubai here. And the cap, it's not magnetic, but it does snap on and you can hold it up. But y'all, the juice in here, the juice, there's actually, it's a 50 ml. And there's actually a glass. And then in the inside, there's another glass and the juice. They paid a lot of attention to this bottle. So this fragrance here, okay? So when I smelled it, I was like, oh my goodness. This is amazing, okay? You get that creamy iris and that Tahitian vanilla right along with a bit of a spice, a little bit of jasmine. Like this smells like it's powdery, it's fresh, and I've never smelled this DNA before. That's what I was super excited about. This smells rich. Now it is a, I would say modern yet with a slight elegance, a slight maturity, but I could see the princess of Dubai wearing this, the Queen of England wearing this. Like anybody across the board, this fragrance is absolutely beautiful. So you get the powderiness from the iris or the orris, the creamy jasmine, sandalwood. That Mysore sandalwood makes it a little sweet, very lush. It's elegant. But if you're an iris, a sweet iris, fresh. It's very fresh too in the opening with that iris. If you are a sweet iris, creamy, sweet sandalwood, with a little bit of jasmine, you guys. It's powdery. It smells of elegant florals and a lot of beautiful vanilla. then you need to try Aria. Aria is absolutely gorgeous. And when I smelled this, this was a love upon first sniff. So, not to mention, y'all, I love the bottle. But Aria speaks of elegance. It smells rich in history and culture. And it smells like the women in Dubai, you know, that walk around with their Chanel purses, or, you know, because they love Chanel over there, or their Goyard bags or whatever. This smells like Mona Catan. You know how Mona Catan always looks very polished and poised? This smells like Mona Catan. Just very clean, crisp, polished, poised. It is absolutely gorgeous and smells like money. It smells rich, y'all. So get your nose on Aria by Ellie in Dubai. Now the other one is called Infinity. Now, Infinity to me is completely unisex as well. Now that one, of course, Aria leans a bit feminine, and Michella made her very first feminine fragrance. So she does consider that a feminine fragrance, because if you know Michella, you know that she loves masculine fragrances, okay? She loves everything across the board, but she loves her a good masculine fragrance, a good citrus, a good woody, you know, a good patchouli, like all that stuff. So anyway, this is called Infinity, and this one's same bottle, but it's black and it's absolutely stunning. And the same 40% juice oil concentration as well. And the bottle is gorgeous. So this looks like a masculine bottle, but to me, I'd wear this. This is a rose oud raspberry. There's some red berries in here. Let's see. It's warm. It's ambery. When I initially smelled it, I sprayed it. I thought there was leather in here, but I think it's a saffron in here. There's wild berries, amber. I put sexy. It smells powerful. It's captivating. It commands attention. But this is literally like a fruity rose oud with some spices. And on somebody's skin at the event, because we were at the Mystery Modern Mark event, I actually picked up on a slight, like a smooth leather, but there's rose, y'all. The rose in here, it is gorgeous, and I smell it without even smelling my hand. So it's beautiful. It's a green rose oud with a little bit of a sweet raspberry, and it almost is giving like a hodgepodge of like berries, like raspberries, blackberries, strawberries. You get a little bit of that tartness from the berries. It's a little smoky, it's woody, it's fresh, and it's a beautiful rose oud. So if you like fragrances like arabesque, I think I heard somebody say that they smell, I'm not a huge fan of Ombre Nomade. Now, I loved it, but it was a little too masculine for me. It was a little too heavy on the woods. To me, if you like fragrances like Ormond Jane's Arabesque, but the rose and the fruits are a little more punchy in here, then you're going to love Infinity. Infinity is, I'm going to give Infinity a 10 out of 10, y'all. Forget the 9.5, because the performance on these fragrances, the blend of the fragrances, the juice, all of that, it smells of perfection, and just, they smell pricey, y'all, okay? Anyway, I love this. This is going to be in one of my top rose oud fragrances, right along with Chris Collins's A Long Kiss Goodnight, Ormond Jane's Arabesque, you know. What is it? Victoria Beckham's San Ysidro Drive. Love all of those. So this falls in this realm of that type of fragrance, okay? So Michella did an amazing job on her fragrance line and being the creative director of her brand. So anyway, I don't know. They're both so gorgeous. So yeah, they're both absolutely beautiful. But this one, Aria, if you love more of a powdery, white floral, white purple floral with some Tahitian vanilla, and it's gorgeous. And Infinity, if you're that oud in here, I don't get. It's more woody than oudy, okay? But I definitely get a jammy rose and that raspberry in here. It is gorgeous. So to me, like I mentioned, if you like those fragrances, then you're going to love this. And the concentration, y'all, amazing, okay? The next one we're going to talk about is, I think I already talked about Arabella's fragrance. So the next one we're going to talk about is one that I recently got, and this is Colada by Kajal. Now, they sent over this container, and I'm gonna make a drink, a pina colada from this, and colada. Now, Kajal is coming out with a new fragrance, and y'all, why did I forget the name of it? It starts with a T. Anyway, I just smelled it in London, and I need it. I need it. It's more of like a gingery lemon. It's like an everyday scent. What is it called, y'all? I can't even remember. But anyway, I like when I sprayed it, I was like, this could be a signature scent, an everyday scent. Now, I sprayed it on the little flower rings that he gives us, and then I layered it with colada. I was like, get out of here. Like literally the combination was absolutely gorgeous. But that new fragrance Kajal just released in London at the first London Niche Fair, I need it. It comes in that orange bottle with the crystals at the top. This is still my favorite bottle from Kajal. Like, I love this. I love all of the bottles, but this is coconut. This literally smells like a pina colada, a warm ambery pina colada. It's coconut, it's pineapple, it's creamy vanilla. It is delicious, y'all. It is absolutely delicious. Now, would I have worn this in the summer? Because it's still summer, it's still hot in California. I would probably say maybe on summer nights. This fragrance I'm gonna be wearing for the fall and the winter when I need a beautiful citrus, creamy, sweet, vanillic pina colada pick-me-up, because it is thick, it's heavy, it's rich, and yeah, I could definitely see myself wearing this in the fall, winter. But Colada, get your nose on this. This is absolutely gorgeous. And y'all, I love it. Another one we're going to talk about, and I'm about to go, actually a couple more we're going to talk about that I purchased over in London. What am I doing? Okay. So the next one we're going to talk about is Free Cocos by Born to Stand Out. There are two more, y'all. Okay. I just talked about them on Instagram today. So Free Cocos is your ultimate gourmand. It is to me, what I get in this fragrance, I almost pick up like a milk and cereal, a sweet vanilla milk and cereal with macadamia nut milk. And it is mouth watering. It's divine. It's gorgeous. But I literally get not a nutty vibe, but more of a creamy, white macadamia milk with loads of vanilla and a very fresh pear. Now, the pear that I get in here is the pear that I get in Blue Talisman. It's very fresh. It's ethereal. It kind of like lays on top of that vanilla and the coconut and the macadamia. And it is absolutely stunning, you guys. Like, Free Cocos, chef's kiss, outstanding. It is one of the best gourmand releases of 2025 we're in. But y'all, I'm obsessed with Free Cocos, and if I ran out of this, I would definitely purchase it again. But it dries down to a warm coconutty vanilla. You don't get as much pear in the dry down, but yeah, the pear in the opening is absolutely gorgeous. So Free Cocos by Born to Stand Out. Oh, and let me show you the atomizer. Like, I wore this as my scent of the day. The atomizer is gold, and this is literally my favorite Born to Stand Out. Love the attention to detail. And there's a bee on the top. Literally my favorite Born to Stand Out. The next one we're going to talk about, and I got a amazing deal because someone was able to get a great deal for me at Harrods, and I'm obsessed. This is a top 10 release of 2025, Creed's Udarian. This fragrance runs about probably $700 with tax. Like, I got it for I got a great deal, y'all, period. Okay, so y'all, for some odd reason, that myrrh and frankincense in here, it's giving me like a caramelized myrrh, a burnt caramelized myrrh and frankincense with sweet vanilla or praline. There's a beautiful rose oud. This is Cecile Zarokian. And then you get a fresh ginger and a bergamot in the opening. That's absolutely stunning. This fragrance right here is in a top 20 for life. It is in a top 10. I am obsessed with this fragrance. This fragrance sits right alongside of Guidance 46. You guys, I would have never thought I loved Creed. I have Carmina, I have Queen of Silk. I smell Delphinus, and the other one, I wasn't too impressed. This one, I was not going up to Harrods to buy. I literally walked in. I was like, oh, let me get some content. Creed was there. As soon as I walked into the door, there was like a separate stand, not in the perfume hall. So I was like, oh, Udarian, let me smell it. I smelled it and I was like, are you freaking kidding me? This is amazing. Okay. So I had to get it. I did not plan on buying anything, but my friend came up there and he was like, okay, because they were giving an extra 10% off for that day. So he ran back up there and then we purchased it. So anyway, Creed Udarian, stunning. There's a licorice note in here as well. I don't pick up a heavy licorice. I pick up more frankincense, a spicy frankincense and myrrh, but it's a little balsamic. It's a little sweet, and that rose is jammy. And like I said, that myrrh, it's almost giving me like a caramelized myrrh vanilla vibe in here. It's absolutely stunning, but it's definitely in Cecile Zarokian style. You know how she mixes that creaminess with that zesty citrus freshness as in Outlands. So you kind of get a slight hint of that Outlands, that style of fragrance in here as well. But y'all, this I love so much more than Outlands, okay? She did her thing with this one. She stuck 10 foot in this fragrance and I love it. Obsessed. So Udarian, get your nose on this fragrance. The next one we're going to talk about sorry, y'all. So we're going to talk about two more. Another two obsessions, okay? So we have Magnificent Rose by Habibi. Y'all, go get this fragrance. Just go get it. So in the roses in this fragrance, they only bloom once a year. And I already put a dent in it, okay? I'm super happy to have this fragrance in my collection because this is one of the most beautiful rose fragrance. Very elegant, classy, sophisticated. So you definitely need to at least get you a sample, if not the bottle, okay? So it's a beautiful green, juicy rose with a lily of the valley. It is definitely for a rose lover. Now in the opening, when I sprayed it, there's some black currant in here. It is actually giving you like a sherbet vibe, like a watermelon, honeydew melon, citrus, sherbet, black currant sherbet vibe. And I absolutely love it, right along with a beautiful pink velvety rose. And then Lily of the Valley comes in and makes it a little sweet, green, very clean, slightly soapy, but the juiciness and the fruits and this fragrance, they are still there throughout the transition of the fragrance, but that greenness of the Lily of the Valley comes out on your skin and you get such an amazing, magnificent rose right along with the fruits. I'm obsessed with Magnificent Rose. I wore this to work. I wore it to work twice. I wore it to work twice and then I wore it and I layered it with another fragrance, which is their Unspoken Love, which has pear and apple in there as well, because it's juicy, it's crispy, it's clean. This is wedding day worthy, engagement worthy. Anytime you want to look pretty and elegant, y'all, this is absolutely stunning. Like I said, but some odd reason I'm pulling like a watermelon sorbet or sherbet or honeydew melon sherbet. Very light, airy, crispy, juicy in the opening. And then that rose comes in with a Lily of the Valley and just makes it very elegant. It is absolutely stunning. Magnificent Rose. Get your nose on it. And I love their bottles. They're heavy, substantial. Every single detail that goes into these bottles. The next rose fragrance we're going to talk about is the new Memo Paris Odeon. Now, Odeon, if you like BDK, or if you did not buy BDK, then it's in that same vein of BDK's Empadia, okay? But this one is not so heavy on the praline, and it's not as sweet and potent. This is a gorgeous rose fragrance. Now, there's a lot of vanilla. It's rose. There's some juicy fruits in here as well. But we're definitely going to talk about this later because I'm going to update my Memo Paris's collection. But there's a rose jam. I think it's a rose jam in here. So it definitely smells like a jammy rose with some rose, loads of vanilla. There's tonka bean in here that gives it that vanillic flair and a beautiful sandalwood. Y'all, this is absolutely stunning, okay? This is a 30 ml bottle that they sent me. I love the packaging as well. Y'all, the packaging's top tier. This is the packaging. The fact that they offer a 30 ml bottle is amazing, you know, because you can literally have this for a while, and I'll have it for years. So this is the packaging of Udarian. And yeah, it just came right in here. And I absolutely love it. But this, that powdery vanilla, right along with that jammy rose, y'all, oh, it is mouth-watering. It's gorgeous, and I love it. Now, they have two fragrances, Argentina and this one, two rose fragrances. Now, I'm going to layer this with the African rose as well, because that African rose has that deep leathery saffron and rose. It's going to be gorgeous with that jammy rose, vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, stunning, okay? I'm also going to layer this with Argentina. Argentina is more of a pink pepper, spicy, slightly oody rose, but that oud is not heavy. It gives it more of a woody vibe. It's a little balmy, but Argentina and Udarian, I layered it together, and they smell absolutely amazing. Hold on, let me get you Argentina. So this is Argentina. I'm a rose lover, but I literally bought Argentina because I love these birds on this bottle as well. I bought this when I was in some other country at the airport. But it's like a green, juicy, spicy rose. Smells like there's fruits in here as well. But these two layered together, y'all, ooh, chef's kiss. It's dangerous, okay? Anyway, go on to the world, spread amazing, sillage, do good, be good, all of that. And I did buy this other fragrance, but I don't know. I'm contemplating taking it back because I'm like, Marcy, are you really going to wear this? The new Miu Miu fragrance with the strawberry inside. I like it a lot, a whole lot. But am I really going to wear this? I don't know. So I might be taking that one back. Oh, you guys, and I forgot. I got another fragrance, and I don't know how I forgot about this. Blue Talisman extrait. Okay, so Blue Talisman extrait. It is a love. I think all the ladies, compared to Blue Talisman, I really feel like all of the ladies, the guys, well, I love the Blue Talisman EDP, period. It's pear, akigala wood, ginger, a bit of an orange blossom, but you definitely get that ginger and pear, that citrusy pear in the opening with the spices of the woods. This one, you get a beautiful sandalwood, you get some pear. There's no akigala wood and there's no ginger in here, okay? So to me, it's more of a powdery, ambery pear fragrance. Yeah, just more of a powdery, ambery sandalwood. I smell a little bit of jasmine, but ladies, I think you're going to love this one so much more. If you didn't love this one, you're going to love this one. To me, this is leaning feminine, and it's giving at that sweet, powdery, fruity vibe that we all know and love. Men, if you love a fruitier fragrance, a fruitier, warm, ambery, lush sandalwood fragrance, then you're going to love Blue Talisman as well. It's a banger. I love them both equally. I cannot decide because I love the ginger and akigala wood in this one, right along with the orange blossom. And I love the ambers and the pear in this one. And that makes them both special. So anyway, call up to the Exahilo Boutique Los Angeles at Vanouche. Tell her Marcelena sent you, and she'll hook you up. But anyway, I love Blue Talisman Extrait and Blue Talisman EDP. And y'all, they're coming out with some more extraits. So use your imagination when it comes to the line. And I'm super excited for the next extrait that they are coming out with. And I just can't say right now, but it's one of your favorites. Okay, so think about it. Anyway, go out into the world, spread amazing, sillage, do good, be good. And y'all, let me look around, look around, look around. I think that is all. All right, bye-bye. Love you guys.